So hello everyone. If you just buy a Raspberry Pi with Retropie on it, it's very easy to set up. I mean, once you start it up, you basically go to Retropie just like this. And the first thing you have to do is just set up your controller, and I'll show you how to do that. Right now I have ROMs in it, but I'll show you how to put ROMs in also. So when you first when you first turn on a Retropie or Raspberry Pi with Retropie in it, it's going to ask you to set up the controller, but I'm just going to do it here to show you. So you just press the control pad. So it's up, down, left, right, start, select, just follow the directions. So it's A is here, B, X, Y, left shoulder, right shoulder. And I don't have the other buttons because I'm using a SNES clone controller, which you can see right here. I'm just going to press a button. It's going to say not defined right there. Again, not defined, not defined. Just press any button and just keep it pressed. Not defined, not defined, not defined, not defined, not defined, not defined, not defined. And the hotkey, I'm just going to select, set as select. So right here, just a select button. Just tap it and then press A again, the A button. That's it, and then press B, which is right there, to get out. So A is the action button, and B is to go back, basically. So next thing you're gonna have to set up would be Wi-Fi. So you just go to Raspberry config right here and press A. And the screen size as well, so I'll show you how to do that. So go to display options. This time you're going to use the left D-pad, and it gets you to select, and then you're going to select with, I think, B button now. B, this button right here, and you go to right there. So for overscan, I think you just put no on here. That's it. Disable. So now you have full screen without any borders. And I already set mine. That's why mine doesn't have any black borders around the screen, basically. Next thing you want to set up is I think advanced. Right D-pad and then press B. No, I'm sorry, that's not it. Go back. I think it's localization options. Go here and select B. So you need to select the WLAN country. Right D-pad and B again. And then scroll all the way down. For me, it's the USA. So I'm going to select the US. If you live in another country, you would have to select that for your country. So for me, it's the United States, and right and B again. So wireless LAN country set to US. Okay. Good. I think that's it for that. So everything's set up for this. And then finish, and then B. Oh, another thing, if you're using a keyboard, go to localization again, go to select, I think it's 101. "101 keyboard." It's generic 101, I think. And that's it. And then I'm going to select B again. No, right, and then B. Okay. So for me, it's US. Okay for that. Okay. That's it. Now press the right D-pad, and finish. And then reboot. And then it's gonna go to the settings that you set, and it's gonna restart Retropie. The next thing you want to do is go here and select A, go here. If you wish to add different emulators, you can do it right here. Go to Retro Setup. Okay, go to Retropie Setup. I'm sorry, go here and press A. If you want to update your Raspberry Pi, you can do it here. It may take maybe 15 to 30 minutes or more, depending on how many updates there are, basically. But if you want to install other stuff in there, like different emulators, you can. I think it's under Manage Packages, and then this time you press A. You go to EXP right there, and you can select different emulators. So I have mine's connected, my Raspberry Pi 3 connected to a keyboard, and it scrolls down very quickly. But if you use a D-pad on a control pad, it's quite slow. So you could install whatever you want here. Depending on which Raspberry Pi you have, it wouldn't be recommended for you to install like a Sega Saturn emulator, like a Yabu simulator. So obviously a Raspberry Pi 3 B Plus certainly can't handle it. Or I can install what I want. Let's say I want to install Neo Geo CD. I can do that. Go here and press A. I guess I could say install from pre-compiled binary, and I could do that. And it will take a couple of minutes to install that. And now it's installed on my computer. And press B to go back. I'm sorry, I don't want to install that again. So now I go here, right with the D-pad, and press A again to go back. And I can install other emulators if I want. There's many different types. And I'm just going to go back because I don't want to install anymore. And press A. Back, right, D-pad, back. And then I'm going to exit. Wait. there's something called configuration tools. If you want to use USB, if you want to use a USB flash drive, you can. You go here, go to USB ROM service and press OK. Select that and enable it. Basically, it's already enabled, but I'm just showing you how to do it. And then go back and exit, go back again. Okay, that's it. So let's say I want to put some ROMs into this Raspberry Pi. I'll show you how to do that as well. Let me go to my Windows based computer. Just go here, go to I don't know if you can see that or not. Go to File Explorer, which is right here. And then all you have to type in is / Retropie, and then you should be able to get into your Raspberry Pi. As long as it is connected to your network with a RJ45 network cable, or if it is connected through Wi-Fi, then you should be able to access this by just pressing / Retropie. It doesn't matter if it's capitalized or lowercase. It's not cap sensitive, so it doesn't matter. So go to here and add some ROMs, for example. So these are different folders with different ROMs in it. So let's say I want to add some NES ROMs, SNES ROMs, or Game Gear ROMs. I could just go here and put a file in here and just put a ROM file in there, and that's it. Just like in this folder with the 2600, I put Atari 2600 ROMs in there, and they're all in there basically. Just click and drag it into the folder, and that's all you do. And now I'm going to go back to my Raspberry Pi. Okay, now I'm back here. I did make some changes, so I'm going to reboot my Raspberry Pi. I'm going to press start, just go to quit, and then you just go to restart system, and this will restart Retropie basically. Sorry about that, it's kind of like out of focus right now. Okay, now it's in focus. Okay, let me go to my Atari 2600. Let's say I put ROM in there. So let's say I want to go to like a specific one. You just press the select button. So I want to go to missile command, go to M, right here. And then just select it with A, and then you should be able to start the game, just like that. Don't press anything when you get here, just let it do its thing. Right now it's just loading. Okay, I started it now. So you don't have to configure the controls any more than what I just did if you just want to play a game. However, if you want to add a second controller, you could set that up, and I'll show you how to do it. To get out, it's quite simple. You just press select. The hotkey for me is select and then X. So select and X. So this will get you here, and you could just, well, you get there and then you just select B, and then this menu shows up. If you want to go back, it's just hot button and X to get back, hot button and X to get back in here. And you could press A to quit, or you could press, I'm going to go back, and so it's hot button and start, so that will get you out of it, basically, just like that. So it's that simple. What else do I want to show you? Oh, for the Wi-Fi, okay, or your IP address. Just go here and then press A, and this will show you your local area network or LAN IP address, which is right here. For me, it's 192.168.1.116. I could press / /192.168.1.116 to get into my Retropie, or I could press, or when I'm on my Windows computer, I could press / Retropie and get in there. But if you have more than one Retropie, then you would have to use the IP address to get inside your Retropie to make changes, basically. That's basically it. And press A to get out of here. And the next thing I want to show you is how you can configure the controls for general settings. So here, go to RetroArch and then press A. And you could make changes to just general settings on your Raspberry Pi. So let's say I want to change some stuff, like, then you go to settings. I don't know if you could see that. Let me see if it's in focus. Okay, settings. Go to input. If I want to change the controls, go here, press A, and then you could change the controller type. Make sure you don't press like left, right if you have a right on the D-pad if you don't have a controller, because you're gonna get stuck right here if you do that. So this is the only controller that I have connected to this computer, to this Raspberry Pi, and you can make changes to the controls as well. Or you could make a change here for device type, RetroPad with analog. Obviously this doesn't have it, so I'm just going to select RetroPad. So if you're using a PlayStation 3 type of controller, it would have a analog stick, and you could select how you want to use it, on the left analog or the right analog. And to get out, it's B. And if you want to add a second controller, you can. So you go to maximum number of users. Let's say you want 4 players. 4 players. Now you have 4 controls. So you could select, you could add different controls if you have them connected to your Raspberry Pi. But I don't have any others connected, so I'm just gonna go back to 2. Press B, get out of here. And you go to configuration, and always select use global core options, and then press B and B, and go to configuration file, and always save current configuration, and this will save what you changed. And if the screen resolution isn't just right, you just go to video here, go to scaling, and scaling should always be set at core provided to get the best results. And then now I'm going to save it, and then quit. I'm going to try another game. And show you how to configure the the screen basically. A game, it's quite simple. Just press select so that enters coins, and then start is the start basically. Now I'm gonna go to the menu screen. That's hot button and X. I'm gonna kind of like change the video scaling. So instead of core provided, let's say I selected 4:3. You see that the screen output has changed. Okay. It looks different. So I'm going to go back to this menu screen and go to video. Go to scaling again. So I want to change it to this. It looks a little bit different. Depending on your preference, you could change it to whatever you like basically. But I don't like the way this looks, so I'm just going to go back. Video. Scaling, and I'm just going to go back to aspect ratio. The core provided. And that's it. And if I want to save it, I can save it. And then go back and play if I want. Or quit if I want. And now I'm out. That's all you have to do really. It's quite simple. So if you want to use Wi-Fi, go here to Wi-Fi. Select A. And then you would just connect to your Wi-Fi. Just press A again. And just select the network that you are going to connect to and just connect here. But I'm not using Wi-Fi, so I don't care. So let me get out of here. So exit. So that's how you can use Wi-Fi basically. And that's it. To get out, it's just start, quit, and you're using the A button here, and then just shut down the system, and that's it. And then just shut down the system. And that's all you do basically. So that's how you would configure and set up your Raspberry Pi on a Retropie. And this goes for just about any Raspberry Pi as long as you're using Retropie basically. So that's it. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching. My Ace 1000KS 1975 signing out.